Hey guys, it's your girl. Hey guys, it's your girl Tay here. I'm back with another video. And today, I'm just gonna say, like always, what God has for me to say. I hear you are a queen. Hold on. Let me drink this. You are a queen. So I was sitting there thinking, and with me, one thing I always like to say is, I can't wait to have grandkids. Do I have kids? Nope. But I always say, can't wait to have some grandkids. Like, when I have grandkids, I know I'm just gonna be happy. I'm like, look at my babies. Look at my babies. And I think about just anybody of age and of older age. They're in their middle ages and different stuff like that. And I know a lot of women, especially in today's just world, they feel bad about their age. They feel like, oh, some like, and especially with the younger people teaching this, and even in music, they're teaching people to not love themselves. They teach you that basically, I'm gonna put it out there, that you're useless or you're worthless or you're all these different things because of your age. You're no good anymore. There's no point of you being here anymore. You can't do this and you can't do that or all this stuff. It's somebody younger than you. What's the use for you? And they feel bad. You have today women trying to get younger and younger and younger. They start crying when they see those gray hairs. They start feeling bad about themselves, like their beauty is going away, all this stuff. And y'all know I don't even like to talk about beauty and all this stuff. I like to talk about the inner being. I don't care about what's on the outside. We talking about what's on the inside, because that's what matters. You can change the outside, baby, but it's the inside. And so I was like, listen, when I start getting my gray hairs, when I start looking at half my head, it is gray and the other half, I don't know what it's doing. I'm just going to embrace it. I'm going to love it. Because I'm going to be happy. Some people, they be out there crying like, hey, I got a gray hair. I got gray hairs. I see if you like 12 and you got a gray hair, then it's like, it might be stress. But when you at like that point of your life where your hair is turning gray, because it's about that time. You at that age, it's about that time. I ain't gonna be crying. I'm gonna rejoice. I'm gonna be happy, because that means to me that I am seasoned. That means I've been here on this earth for a minute. That means when people see the kids, when people see the grandkids, when people see the ring on my hand at that age, when they see me and they see the gray hair, just know, and I might look young at that time, but just know when you see the gray hair, that means I'm seasoned. I done been through some things and I'm still here. I done bore children. I done got the grandkids. I done been through the career advancements and all these different things. I've been here for a while. I've been on earth, and especially you're looking good. Like they always like to say, like, don't look like what you've been through. You're supposed to look like you got God. You should have God. So you should look like you got God. You shouldn't look like what you've been through. All those persecutions, all those different things you've been through. Some of y'all been through sicknesses and illnesses. You had to get certain things cut off your body, out your body. But you shouldn't look like what you've been through. You shouldn't be like, oh, I'm hitting this age. I'm trying to compete with these young women and these young people. What you competing for, baby? Lead them. You seasoned. You seasoned. That's the time to sit and say, you know what? I know they teaching these kids. I know they're teaching these young people today that once you hit 30, you're useless, you're worthless, and all that stuff. But let me set the record straight. Let me show them what a 30-year-old can do. Let me show them what a 50-year-old can do. Let me show them what a 60-year-old, what it's like to be 60 in God. Y'all out here teaching people that they useless and all these different things. Let me bring it back. Because I won't done. Y'all teaching these people, the youth, that and it's Satan trying to get in their mind real young. You got to get them when they're young. So by the time they hit their age, they don't even feel like they can do anything in God. They just waiting to die. But no, y'all got to, y'all, if you 50 and up, why you just sitting there on God? Why you just sitting on your God-given talents? Why you just sitting there? I'm talking to, I don't know, I just feel what God saying. Why you just sitting there? You have season. You have like it's around Thanksgiving time, y'all. Around this week, this Thursday, y'all. This Thursday coming up. And I don't know if y'all might not know how to cook a good turkey. You got to inject the marinade up, and you gotta let that seasoning sit. You got to inject it with the marinade. You gotta get up under that skin of the breast and stuff like that. Get your season, get up under that skin with the butter and stuff in the seasoning. You gotta take what's out of, the insides out. You gotta have that all seasoned. You gotta put the vegetables and all that in there. I'm gonna tell y'all how to make the turkey. That's what you got to do. Then as it's cooking, you gotta take some of the juices that's coming out, and you got to keep on putting that back on it. You gotta let that so it don't get dry. And let me tell y'all, once you have that seasoned turkey, you ain't gonna want no other type of turkey no more. Once you make it that way, you ain't gonna want no other type. So this is like y'all, the 50-year-olds and up. Some of y'all feeling bad because of what the world is today. You be the change in that world. You set the record straight. It's a lot of people out there teaching people how to do things, but you already know. Show them what it's like to be 50 years old in God. Show them what it's like to be 60-year-old in God. 70, 80, 90. Show them what it's like. I don't even know if you're 90 years old and you're watching this video, hey, more power to you, hey. Show them what it's like to, this is just like a call. This is like a hootie hoo, like what's up? This is like a call for y'all. Show them what it's like. I am 28 years old, guys. I'm about to turn 29 real soon. Show them what it's like. Show them your glow up. Like, listen, me, my early 20s, I was looking crazy. My early 20s, I was going through. But now I'm pulling up on 29, the 29th year of my life. And it's looking good. It's looking promising. It is promised. I'm here. I'm living it out. So I need for y'all 50 and up, like start, like it's not y'all waiting on. Y'all see these kids. Y'all see what's going on in society. I see it. For instance, I might not did it the best way, but I'll say this. I was in Dollar Tree one day, and it was this child screaming at the top of his lungs. And I'm like, okay, one thing about me, in times past, I don't like crying kids at that time. So I was like, and I could feel the spirit of the room. Everybody in Dollar Tree just getting frustrated. Like, this child's like, just screaming as loud as they possibly can. And so I'm just like, okay, a child screaming is a child screaming. Let me see what the parent doing. Did the child fall? I don't know what happens to the child. So it's screaming, it's irritating, but let me go check on the child. I go check on the child, check on the situation, and I look, and the mother of the child just walking like it's normal. They ain't trying to console the child, trying shh, hush, hush. Did you get hurt? Did something bite you? Is it spiritual? They weren't checking on the child. They was just letting the child scream. As if it's an agony, just cause issues and just drama and just all this different stuff for everybody in the store. And I could just feel the energy of the room. And at that time, I didn't have the best control of my anger, but I did what I had to do. And I was led by the Holy Spirit to, how could I put this, condense what I felt and go about it in a watered down way. I would say this. I'm gonna tell y'all. So I went and I yelled at the top of my lungs, just like the child was. This wasn't at the child, y'all. This was at the mother. This was at the situation. Just like the child was screaming, ah, ah. said, get the child out of here. I yelled at the top of my lungs. I said, get the child out of here. Don't nobody want to hear that. When I tell y'all, that store got quiet. I ain't hear nothing. That child got quiet. I ain't hear a peep out of nobody. The child even stopped crying and yelling. And I'm just like, now how the child got more sense than the mama? How the child got more sense than the parent? And people, the thing is, that woman didn't know to get her child out the store. Did she get him out the store? No. Because people they just, who you gonna tell? Who you gonna do? I'm like, I bet you won't come up in my face and tell me that and say that. Because your child got more sense than you. But the thing is, the reason I said all that to say is, it's some people, they gonna do some things they don't know. It's some people, they come from other places and they think they can come up in anybody's land, come up in anybody's territory, come up in anybody's store, and just come up in situations and lands. And I know that was from somewhere else. I'm from the South. Y'all hear the accent. But certain people, they're coming from other places, other states, other countries. And they're used to going about certain things a certain way. But I'm going to show you where you at. Around here, we don't have that situation going on. Around here, you're going to have to control your kids. Not, I wouldn't say exactly control. But you need to take control of the situation. Go to God, do all this and this and that. But y'all, to the older people, say something. Say something. Man, you're not supposed to let your child cry at the top of their lungs, scream at the top of their lungs. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Ain't nobody like we got other stuff. It's people out there who recently got diagnosed with me. That's how I was at the time. Recently diagnosed with PTSD. It's people out here who had autism on the verge of a breakdown. Listen, it's other people going through other situations, and they take the time to control their behavior. They take the time to diffuse how they feel. So you need to get it together, babes. That ain't, if your child crying at the top of their lungs, babes, you got to take them out the store. You might not know it. You might not have a mother to tell you. But baby, I'm here to tell you. Now, with me personally, I don't think I went about that the right way. But she got the point that, well, the child got the point before her. That ain't how we do it here. And y'all, don't be afraid to tell people, like, listen, babes, I done been through what you've been through. Don't be up there judging like, this and that. It's like, listen here, babe. I don't care if they get an attitude. I don't care about this and that. Listen here, babes. That ain't how you do it. Listen here, babes. And you ain't got to be condescending, but from your heart, listen here. I was just like you. Or I don't know if anybody ever told you. You might not have had a mother or anybody to tell you. You might not have had a female role model. You probably don't know. But guess what? Here I am to tell you. This is how you go about it. This is how you do it. And that's what God needs for y'all to do. Go to God and be God ordained. But don't be afraid to speak. So what if they get attitudes? So what, how they feel, this and that? You're ordained to say it. You're ordained to say it. Say it. It ain't about who gets mad. You have wisdom. You're around 50 years old. And you have God. Let me put that there. And you have God. Because that's where the wisdom come from. Because y'all already know, I know some of y'all thinking like, I know somebody that's childish. At that age. Above that age. They still ain't got it together. You that age and got God. You got wisdom. Use it. Why are you afraid to speak? I tell you what, these young people ain't. I tell you what, me at 28 ain't afraid to say. I screamed at the top of my lungs. I said, don't nobody want to hear that. The old people was quiet. The young people was quiet. The people in the middle, in between that age was quiet. The store, the people, the employees was quiet. I ain't hear a drop of a pen. I ain't hear no wind or no whistle. Everybody was quiet after that. So don't be afraid to speak. Don't be up there letting the world make you feel like you're too old or you're worthless or you can't say anything. You're going to be attacked. It's like, baby, I'm seasoned. I already know ahead of time. I already got that wisdom to know when I speak, you may get an attitude. What's the attitude? I've been here for how long? I done seen how people get attitudes. Oh, well, you came prepared. You have that wisdom. Do it. Say it. Say what need to be said. Do it anyway. It's a reason why when you look at people in presidency, the presidents, look at the senators and the people in government, it's a reason why they have age on them. Why you don't see a bunch of 15, 16, 21-year-olds in office. Because it takes a seasoned person. It takes wisdom to fill those seats. It's the reason why you're at this age and you got it now. It's certain things where you're not going to get at 21. What you know at 50. What you know at 50 or what you know at 70, you ain't know at 50. It's the reason why you have to be seasoned to sit up in office in certain positions, because it has wisdom, because you at that age, you have the wisdom to go about things a certain way. You're not easily misled. You're not immature. So say what need to be said. You ain't got to be mean, but grab them up. Gather them and let them know. Have the heart of Jesus. Do it with Jesus on your heart. Have the heart of Jesus. The patience of Jesus. Do it with God. Be God ordained. But say what need to be said. These people need it. These kids need it. The youth need it. The younger people need it. You're 70 years old. Listen, it's 50-year-olds out there who need your advice. You at the age where you got great grandkids, baby. It's people out here with grandkids that they need your help. Some of these people, they taking care of their grandkids. They don't even have freedom to live with God and just God only. They don't even have the freedom right now to just have a godly relationship. A healthy relationship in God with their grandkids, because they stuck taking care of their grandkids as if it's their own kids. That normal relationship where, and a lot of people, they don't even know that there's so many generational curses. See, this is the thing y'all got to teach. It's generational curses going around where the parents don't, the mom or the dad don't even want to take care of the kids anymore. They leave it to the grandparents to take care of the kids. So now that's straining the relationship, the healthy relationships grandchildren supposed to have with their grandparents. It's ruining the families, the family unit, because people don't want to step up and say what need to be said. Y'all need to say, listen, babes, you ain't supposed to be taking care of your grandkids like that. You ain't supposed to be they second mom. They mom, you supposed to be their grandmother. You ain't supposed to be their daddy. You supposed to be their granddaddy. That's why your name granddaddy. Like what? Y'all need to teach them. And once you start getting like tell the next, like you done been through some stuff. Teach these people. Teach them. I don't care if they get an attitude. You got an attitude with God, because God ordained me to say it. So you got an attitude with God. Oh well, baby. And if you got wisdom, you just gonna laugh like, oh baby, you don't even know. That's how I know who be having that wisdom. Because they don't even get mad. They're just like, this one. They so young. That's how I used to be. Think I was all big back bold. She ain't gonna punch me. She ain't gonna say that. Like, looking all foolish and crazy. Like, yes, y'all know how them grandparents do. Y'all know how the great grandparents do. They just always smiling, some of them. Like, yeah, that's how I used to be, yeah. But teach them. Say what need to be said. I ain't say do it with an attitude. I ain't say condemn them and shame them. I ain't say nothing about to condemn them. I ain't say nothing about shaming them. That's why I said go to God, because it's God who convicts them. It's God who corrects them. It's God who judges them, not you. But it's certain things that God has for you to say. It's certain things within your own bloodline. Like, it's in your own bloodline. And y'all just watching it happen. And wondering why you're bringing about, why so many curses in your bloodline. You're like, why these people over here going through heaven and blessings? And I feel like I'm over here going through hell. Because you're allowing hell to prevail and exist. Hold on. You're allowing it to exist in your situation because you won't stand up and say nothing. So say something, babe. Say something. Stand up and say something. Listen, put your foot down. Say something. Stand up and say something. Y'all sitting down right now, literally, but y'all get what I'm saying. Say something. You are seasoned. You're not old. You're not useless. You're not worthless. You're not almost dead, waiting for God to call you back. Imagine you get to 60 years old and you just gave up on life because of what the world told you. And you think, well, I only got about a good 20, 30 more years. I'm just going to go ahead and call it a wrap. And it comes to that day, judgment day for you, when you know, what happens. And you get up to the throne of God. You get up there at the gates of heaven. And God said, I used to know you. You had a great 60 years of life. I knew you for 60 years. But after 60, I ain't know you no more. It's like you gave up. How you gonna feel? You going to the gates of hell now. The gates of heaven said, locked. God said, I don't know that person. God said, Jesus, would you connect it to that person? They were disobedient. They ain't say what needed to be said. I was like, all right, you going to the gates of hell. I would feel really bad. I feel played. So some of y'all, it's disobedient to be at your age and you not spreading wisdom. What you here for at that point? What you using God's name for at that point? Is that in vain, some of you guys? But if you ain't spreading the joy of the Lord, if you ain't saying what need to be said, if you ain't helping out the generations coming up and raising them to the standard of the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God, then what you doing? You could be old. I put it over here. You could be old or you could be seasoned. You ever seen an old turkey? Like I said, it's Thanksgiving, y'all, so I'm going to just keep it turkey related. You ever seen an old turkey? If you let it sit out too long, or even if you put it in the oven, but you ever seen an old turkey? Usually, an old turkey, if you let it get old, it just get rotten. It start growing mold and all that stuff. Start getting molded because it's old. You ain't do nothing with it. You ain't cook it. You ain't season it. It's just old and it's rotten. It basically, that's what's useless about it, because it didn't get used. It had no purpose. It's supposed to have a purpose, but it never got used. That's why it's useless. Now it's rotted. It got mold on it. What can we do with it? But y'all, the ones where, like I said with the turkey, you inject it with the marinade like you supposed to over the years. You get up under that skin. You get the butter and stuff like that. And put the seasoning up in there. You take the insides out and put the vegetables and what it needs up in there. The stuffing, the right stuffing. As it cooks over the years, God takes the juices that done came out the marinade and put some more back on it to keep it moisturized so it don't get dried out. That's what you call a seasoned turkey. That's what you call a seasoned saint. That's what you call a seasoned person. It's a reason you being here. It's a reason why God seasoned you. So act like it. Do what you need to do. God ain't do it for no reason. Some of y'all are seasoned people. So you have wisdom. You have wisdom. Say what need to be said. At this point, I feel like I'm just repeating myself. At this point, oh yeah. Here's the scripture God had for me to write. Got it on my TV over here. It was John chapter 7 verses 13. It says, "Yet no one was speaking out openly and freely about him for the fear of the leaders of the Jews." They were afraid to speak out about God for fear of the Jews. For fear of what other people got to say. For fear of, and this is what I'm talking about, fear of what they gonna have an attitude. They gonna come after me. They gonna say, you can't say that. Oh well. Some people scared that because you are of an older age, but of an older age, that people gonna try to put the fists up and fight you for what you got to say, baby. Guess what? You seasoned. If you got God, you're seasoned. It was just a fight with what's that man's name? Mike Tyson and Logan Paul, Jake Paul, one of them. And you seasoned. Everybody know he could have took that man down. Everybody know good and well at his old age, man, that man could have ran circles around him. Man, within 5 seconds could have said, nah, nah. And that man gone to the ground. But y'all see how he just kept on just holding back. Holding back. It's almost like it was rigged. Holding back. Just trying to collect his money. Just trying to be a good participant so he can get what he can get. Don't do like that with the kingdom of God, y'all. Y'all better knock him out every time. Y'all better knock him out every time. I don't care how much money on the line. Oh, you trying to pay me this, baby? I'm about to get paid more off of knocking you out. Watch. Don't y'all start doing that holding back because you at old age. That's what some of y'all look like. Look at the power that Mike Tyson has. Everybody know, you can see him. Y'all see, if y'all go watch the practice videos and y'all see that man could take that other dude he was just fighting. I don't even know which one it was. It was one of them paws. It's one of them paws. He could knock him out within 10 seconds. Have him to the ground, bloody, bruised up, beat up, a concussion. But some of y'all holding back. Y'all don't want to knock the people out. Y'all don't want to say what needs to be said. Some of y'all see yourselves as weak, worthless and useless. But knock them out. What you doing? Don't be holding back. Look how powerful that man was. Look how powerful that man is, excuse me. At his age, with him being seasoned. Knock him out. Say what need to be said. Do what need to be done. Period. Peace out.